Hello, family. This is Greg coming to you once again from FaithsMessenger.com. I want to talk about perspectives today. I want to talk about keeping things in proper perspective. Sometimes we can go through situations in life that look daunting. They look larger than life. But in actuality, what we're currently going through is minuscule compared to what God has brought us out of. There are people on my broadcast that have gone through cancer and overcome it. There are people that have gone through near-death experiences that have gone through it and overcome it. There are people who've had loved ones that have been delivered. Children who look like they were going by the wayside have been delivered and are now serving God. Sometimes, if the enemy can get us to focus on what we don't have, what we have can become obscure. And that's not how the way it should be. When you think about it for a moment, in the book of Genesis, you have Adam and Eve, two perfect people, eating perfect food, in perfect bodies, no pollution, no pain, no sickness, no disease. Their existence is perfect. They're living in paradise, and they walk around in the cool of the day with God, their creator. What could possibly tempt them to throw all of that away and rebel against God? You're living in a perfect situation. There are no negatives in your lives. None. Zero. The way the enemy came to them and tempted them was to get them to focus on the one negative, the one thing that they did not have, the one thing that they could not do, which was eat of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. He approached them and he said, "Hath God not said that you can't eat of this tree?" Now, the way he came to them, focusing them on that one negative, if he had come to them and said, God, let's say, I don't know how many trees there were in the garden. Let's say there were 10,000 trees in the garden. And if he had phrased his approach by saying, God has given you 999,000 trees. Did he really say you can't eat of this one? No, he didn't approach them that way. He didn't want them to see what they had. He didn't want them to see the blessing that God gave them as opposed to one thing they couldn't do. No, he focused on the one thing they couldn't do. And they took their eyes off of what they had and considered what they did not have or could not do. And that was their downfall. That's how the enemy approaches you. I want to encourage you that when you have something in your life that pops up that you can't do, that you don't have, and the enemy whispers in your ear, "Oh, well, look what's going on in your life. You look what's going on. Your kids are going down the wayside. You don't have enough money to pay this bill. Your parent is going downhill quickly. I don't think they'll make it until in the morning." Think about the good. Think about the blessing. Think about where God brought you from and what you're doing. When the devil focuses on the bad, he's got these binoculars. You're picking up these binoculars, and what you're looking at through those binoculars are 10 times bigger than what they actually are. I would encourage you to turn those binoculars around and look at them through the big end. And what you'll see coming out the big end, looking through the big end toward the small end, will shrink your problem, will shrink what you're looking at, will make what you're looking at look tiny. So when you're going through something, when he brings something up about something that you don't have, think about all that you do have. Think about how God has blessed you. Think about what the situation that you're in that is positive. The great marriage that you have, the great vehicle that you have, the money that you have to pay your rent. Think about the things that he's given you in the past that are the positives. Never forget the good that he's done in your life. And remembering the good, remembering the positive, remembering the blessing will cause whatever deficit you're suffering to shrink in comparison. And what you're facing in comparison will become so obscure when you think about all that he brought you through, all that he's done for you in the past. Never forget your prior victories. Never forget your prior victories. They will help you to put things that you're going through now in proper perspective. So I want to leave you with that today. And I want to encourage you, if you haven't done so already, to download our free ebook, which is in the description box below. Now, I wrote this ebook some years ago as an encouragement to the body of Christ. There are many people going through things right now, and they could use a bit of encouragement. So as I say, it's a free download. It's located in the description box below. And with that, I'll leave you, and I look forward to talking to you in the next video. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.